the past year, ties between Turkey and the EU have suffered major setbacks because of an unfulfilled refugee deal and tensions over presidential referendum. But all this might have changed after the Turkish president's trip to Brussels. Recep Tayyip Erdogan says Turkey is ready to do business with the EU once again. Turkey says it will enter a 12-month period to renew its ties with the European Union. This means negotiations for millions of Turks to be granted visa-free travel into the Schengen area will continue. It also means Turkey could still become a member of the bloc. Turkey's EU relations took a hit after a series of diplomatic rows. Most recently, Ankara expressed anger that Germany is granting asylum to more than 400 Turks accused of participating in last year's failed coup. But before all this, Turkey was frustrated by the slow pace of the accession process. A recent poll in Turkey shows only 28% of people support joining the EU. That's down from over 80% back in 2005. The Turks have been trying to join for decades, but President Erdogan has suggested religion could have something to do with the delay.
Haçlı İttifakı kendini eninde sonunda gösterdi.
Some critics wonder if the bloc doesn't want a Muslim nation. Meanwhile, tensions continue over the issue of Cyprus. But I'm on my way to another island. This one is undisputed. It's here on Istanbul's Prince Island that I meet Yilmaz Eralp. He's a former Turkish diplomat who's witnessed key moments in Turkey's EU accession process. I ask him what he thinks the next 12 months will bring.
If Turkey moves ahead and tries to adapt itself to EU norms, then we may have a good negotiating process. Otherwise, it will go nowhere. A stable, democratic Turkey is of great value to Europe, and Europe is of great value to Turkey.
Erdogan has also suggested holding a referendum on continuing EU accession talks, and possibly another on reinstating the death penalty. Restoring capital punishment, which Turkey abolished over a decade ago, would bring an end to Turkey's bid to join the EU. Turkey and the European Union have many common goals and mutual interests. But will their future be like the straits that divide or the bridge that unites Asia and Europe? Omer Kablan, TRT World.